look pretty baller. Yeah. I probably look like a complete penis. TDF. Hey guys, how's it going? I thought I would kind of run through what I've been up to so far on the Gumball Rally. I'm currently sitting in our hotel room at Cafe Royal in London at the bottom of Regent Street. We just finished the Edinburgh to London leg today. What are we on? We're only on day 2. Feels like about a week. So yeah, where do I start? So I'm going to sort of overlap a bit with my last video in the sense that I'm going to, start from the beginning and talk you through the last sort of 4 or 5 days, the days leading up to Dublin, the start, and then sort of ending up where we are today. We all met at Tim's place in London on Thursday morning, and we spent most of Thursday travelling up to Holyhead, which is the most northwestern part of Wales, which is the closest mainland part to Ireland. So we caught a ferry across from Holyhead to Dublin. We took that over and we arrived at our hotel in Dublin on the Thursday night and had a fairly chilled evening. We spent most of Friday cleaning the car, getting all the official stickering. We met a lot of the other Gumballers because I've obviously never done it before. But Tim has done, it was his 5th, so he knows a lot of people, so he was introducing us to them. And then on a Friday night, Jason flew in and joined the team, so there was 4 of us, hashtag just Jason. And we've all got quite individual roles for the journey. Obviously, Tim is there to put out his content and sort of manager of the team. He's got a big team of people working behind the scenes as well. But on the rally, so there's me, the wheelman, so I'm kind of in charge of driving the car, although there's 4 of us, all 4 of us can drive it, so we're all taking turns on long days, which is great. And then we've got Ben. So we're at the Hungaroring and Ben's about to do a full launch. Ready? Right, this is what this car's made of. He's actually a very good race driver, so he's exceptionally good behind the wheel, very good banter-wise as well, and he's very good with computers, so he's helping Tim with all the editing and stuff that needs to be done every single day, and usually at the end of the day when we turn up at our destination late at night, obviously that's when Tim or Shmee finishes his filming, so that's all got to then be done for the next day. So it's a long, lengthy process and long, lengthy day, so for those of you who just think that, people like Tim live this amazing dream life, of course he does, and he has an amazing experience, but by God, does he work his arse off to get this content out to you guys, because it's, it takes more than a miracle to do what we've done today and then to get that up online by tomorrow morning and then again by tomorrow afternoon. And then we've got Jason who is good at everything. He's a good driver. He's good with the editing, but on top of everything, he's what we call him the fixer. He's again done, this is his 5th Gumball. He's done all 5 with Tim, but he's got some great contacts within the sort of Gumball community, and he just thinks he's always forward thinking, and thinking about stuff that all 3 of us aren't thinking about, basically. So as a team of 4, we work exceptionally well. 2 amateurs and 2 pros, Gumball pros. Right, so we're just pulling into, is this a German town?
Yeah, Arschau.
Yeah. What's it called?
Arschau.
Could you pronounce it? I don't understand your German accent. Could you say it in English?
Arschau.
Oh, okay, Arschau. But we've all got our individual roles, and we're 2 days in and we haven't killed each other yet. It's awesome. We all get on really well, so that's great. On the Friday night, Jason flew in and we had a nice sort of dinner together. The Saturday was like the grid lineup, so we lined all the cars up on the grid. They're all stickered, and lots of filming down there, looking at the other cars for the first time. It was the first time I saw all the cars together, the 100 entries plus the 25 support vehicles, and even the support vehicles are like serious car porn. They're not like your average sort of minicab. They are, they're like G-Wagons and Range Rovers and whatever else as support vehicles. So yeah, everything on that grid was amazing. So that was Saturday. Saturday night was like, they have like a traditional sort of dinner and then party. We got a half decent night's sleep, and then woke up on the Sunday, so this is in Dublin still, woke up on the Sunday for the start of the Gumball, and that was just incredible. You know, the reception we got from all the Irish there were just amazing. So many people came out. The predicted rain and bad weather turned into sunshine. We had the luck of the Irish. It was great. It was really amazing. And obviously for my first Gumball and all the crowds and being with Tim, and you know, he's just like, he's a celebrity, you know, he really is. So it was just great being part of that, and driving off the line with them all. And that was an awesome day, and we basically drove up through Ireland to Northern Ireland, and then into Belfast. We had a checkpoint there, so it was lunch in like the docks just near the ferry port, and that was incredible. Lots of people turned out. Yeah, big crowds there, and you know, we had groups of people supporting us on the way up there as well, like on various bridges and gantries along the route. There was people cheering, which was just great. I mean, for me, who had never seen that before, it was amazing. You know, I was on the horn the whole way and flashing my lights and waving at them and revving the car, whatever I could do really to entertain them. And then we got the ferry from Belfast across to the west coast of Scotland. And I mean, the ferry ride over was incredible, and you know, driving into the ferry, I've been on many ferries, especially going over to France. You know, it's usually full of trucks, and there's a few sort of family mobiles in there. Occasionally you'll see something tasty, but very rarely, especially these days with like the Eurotunnel and stuff. The ferry was just ridiculous. You know, it had 100 Gumball cars plus those 20 support vehicles I was talking about. So it was the level of cars on there. You know, there was 2 TDFs, there was 2 918s, there was that crazy Corvette. You know, there's 488s. What else have we got? There's that rough CTR, Gumpert. You know, there was just endless amounts of, you know, of incredible cars. So that was all on a ferry, and of course, because we were all sort of penned in on the ferry together, as we left, it was almost like the start of the rally again, because we all came pouring out and onto the most, I think, was it the A77? I might be wrong, but anyway, it's the coastal road along the western part of Scotland there, going up towards eventually going through sort of, or going around Glasgow. But that was just an amazing, you know, it was about 3.5 hours, that journey from the ferry port to Edinburgh, our final stop, and that was just incredible. It was incredible because the weather wasn't great, but the Scots were just everywhere. Like every single bridge, walkway, car park, as in like little car park laybys, central reservations, roundabouts, every single place that you could put a human being, there was one, and they were supporting us and cheering, you know, from like, you know, several thousands of pushchairs along the route to sort of many sort of you know, elderly people everywhere. Just it was just the demographic of people was incredible, and it was just such a buzz. It was so amazing, and they were all full of so much energy and so excited to see us. And it was equally as exciting for us to sort of see them and the support that we got. So that was just brilliant, and I just had the biggest grin. I was driving that whole leg, and I had the biggest grin on my face. It gave me so much energy along the route just to see these people, and you know, they were happy, and of course I was massively happy because of what I was doing and what I was in charge of, I guess. So that was brilliant. That was really good. But little do I know, like, that was just the build up to coming into Edinburgh, and the closer we got to Edinburgh, the more cars we had around us and the more supporters we had, and you know, the more finding more and more Gumballers. You kind of tend to be in groups, and then you're not in groups, and people peel off to petrol stations or go various different routes. Some use Waze, some don't, whatever. But then we got into Edinburgh and we started seeing them, and you see them crossing in front of you in a junction, you know, you're lost, they're lost, whatever. But then you get closer to the checkpoint, and all of a sudden you see more and more, and then you see the crowds, and then you see the barriers, and then you see the security, and then you know you're close, and then we turned onto this street yesterday, and it was just like, it was amazing. It was genuinely just like, you know, my hairs are almost standing on end. So that was just amazing, turning up there and seeing the Scottish crowd were just incredible. There was people everywhere, you know, racing up there. Ben was actually driving that particular bit, so I was out the window, and that was great. It was amazing. Thank you, Scotland, for that sort of welcoming sort of party. It was incredible. We all felt like rock stars. So yeah, we didn't get much sleep last night because there was lots of editing to do, and yeah, we didn't get to bed till about 2:30, and then we were all up pretty early, about 7:30 this morning. So we left Edinburgh this morning, and we basically, our final destination is here where we are on Regent Street in London, but we had a lunch stop in Manchester. Not just in Manchester though, we had a lunch stop at Manchester. I mean, I'm not a footballer, but I do know that Manchester City are one of the biggest sort of teams in the Premiership, and so we stopped at Manchester City Stadium, the Etihad Stadium in Manchester. We had an amazing welcoming party there. So many, like thousands and thousands of people again. We went into the sort of VIP area within the sort of stadium. It was completely empty, and had lunch there, the chairman's lounge, I think it was. And we walked out onto we didn't actually go onto the turf, but we went out into the stadium, and it was just lovely because, you know, the only time I normally go into a football stadium is when it's full and it's, you know, all the crowded, and that's also equally beautiful and amazing, and, you know, it's part of the environment, but part of the atmosphere, but being there when it was deadly quiet and completely empty was just an amazing experience. So that was awesome. Back in the car again, and then heading down here. We had a couple of dull hours, to be fair, on the motorway because it rained non-stop from Manchester to London, and there was lots of traffic, and we were all feeling a bit tired, so there was a bit of a sort of a calm before the storm. We came into London, and then the traffic opened up, and then the weather, the rain stopped coming down, and we're kind of, you know, I'm a chauffeur, so I was cutting through a lot of the sort of streets in Mayfair to end up in Conduit Street, for those of you that know London. Suddenly there was nothing on the roads, nothing. Berkeley Square was empty, and then again we saw the barriers, the people just appeared from nowhere. And we had a few people that were convoying in. We had a couple of Maseratis with us, various other vehicles that sort of tagged along as we approached London, so they all had to peel off as we sort of went into the Gumball only section. But that was great having those guys along. And then we got to the end of Conduit Street and basically went through some barriers, and there you go, we're on Regent Street, and there was hundreds of thousands of people, and I'm not exaggerating because I'll be putting in clips now as I'm talking, but it was, I mean, I was shaking, we all were, you know, even Tim, who's used to these crowds and sees the most amazing things and spends, you know, a lot of his time travelling around to incredible places, but even he, like, we were all like four 10-year-olds in the car, and you know, it's a memory I'll never forget, and it will be something that will stay with me forever, and you know, be one of my favourite parts of my life, which is saying a lot. So that was just amazing. My parents were here, my girlfriend, I had friends littered across everywhere, and the same with Jason and Ben and Tim. We all had friends and family scattered in this hundreds of thousands of crowd, and we managed to see most of them as we're going along, but obviously all this screaming and shouting, and we managed to launch the car a few times down some of these narrow sort of like they were barriered off, but you know, they had, you know, it was narrow and a big RS6, and people had sort of their selfie sticks over the barriers, and they were all kind of flying up as I was launching down the road. So it was amazing. It was amazing. Then we parked up and we spent a couple of hours actually on Golden Square, which is just behind the hotel here, just talking to fans, and it's just lovely. And you know, all of us were getting asked for selfies as well, and people wanted to talk about the car for ages with me, and it was just lovely, you know, stuff I love doing, and met some absolutely lovely, I wouldn't call them fans of mine because that makes me sound big-headed, but people that have followed me on my YouTube channel and followed me on like baby BMW forums and stuff, and I've met so many of you guys over the past sort of 2 days, seems like a week, but that I can't even begin to tell you how thankful I am and how good it makes me to feel when people come up to me and actually, you know me, you know, it's just like, wow, that's really cool. So yeah, so we parked up there, and then we come back to this hotel. So the hotel, I mean, the Cafe Royal Hotel in London, I've been in here before, I've never stayed here, but you know, obviously it's a 5-star hotel in London, it's one of the best. We got upgraded to the Royal Suite, So I'll just give you a quick tour of that now because it is outrageous, and even though you're tuning into my channel for cars, I'll show you around the hotel. But I'm in here with Jason, and he's just given himself a bath. There's Jason down there. Hello, Jason.
What's up, guys?
But yeah, so Jason had his folks and friends over here. I had my girlfriend here. We had a bit of a feast. But yeah, what I'm going to show you is the fact that we're actually on Regent Street. Now I can't open that window fully, but let's see if I put this up here. Can you see Piccadilly? So as you can see, Regent Street is still closed, and that was Piccadilly just there, like 20 meters away. So that's outrageous. But this street is just like, you know, we've got a kitchen there with a bar, all just beautiful, absolutely stunning. Bathroom in there, and the bedrooms through there. I won't venture too far because we might see just Jason with just his willy out. But yeah, and then amazing bathroom and stuff here. But anyway, so that was a bonus, and it's certainly a blessing when you've spent, you know, I'm not feeling hard done by, that's for sure. I don't want any sympathy, but you know, when you spent a couple of really long days on the road, it's very nice to come back to a place like this and relax. Tomorrow we've got a very long day ahead of us. I reckon sort of between 12 and 14 hours on the road. We end up in southern Germany somewhere, I'm not too sure on the checkpoint, but so yeah, sort of leaving central London early, heading down towards Folkestone and the Eurotunnel, and then heading over to sort of France, Belgium, and then down through Germany, I think. I'm not sure of the actual route, but something like that. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. But I just thought I'd talk you through what I've kind of been through, because I haven't been able to do much filming. I'll be able to put in a few clips in here. I'm not here to do videos and blogs, you know, vlogs or whatever you want to call them. I'm here to support Shmee doing them. So, but at the same time, I just wanted to share as much as I could with you guys.
Presumably we drive through here, but it looks like the answer to that is no. Woo. What's up, guys? How you doing?
This is a regular fuel stop. Well, it's not, it's one of our checkpoints, but Tim is like this is mental.
Okay, guys, here. Stickers going everywhere. Thank you. We should probably get back in the car because we're going to hit the motorway on a couple of hours to our next stop, which is Europa Park. But the sun is out, it's lovely. Crowd here, it's awesome. And we are getting on our way. Let's tuck back in.
So we just arrived at, is this Shell's
Premier
petrol station, and we've been given a Shell robe. So me and Ben are busting out in the Shell robe.
Feeling pretty baller.
Yeah, you actually look pretty baller.
Yeah.
I probably look like a complete penis. Hey guys.
Of in het vak.
Ja?
Ja, maar niet op de rijspeling.
See you boys. foot on the brake. So we have just arrived in Budapest. I've not done much of a diary for days or videoing or anything, but we left Prague this morning and we've had a lovely journey down to across to Budapest. How's it going, Peter?
Peter's good.
Peter's good, yeah?
Peter's good.
How's it going, Peter Bread?
Decent.
Decent, yeah. And Shmee, Peter? Shmee Peter's not having any of it. Shmee Peter.
Shmee is arsehole.
Shmeeta is a bit camera shy. He doesn't do much time in front of the camera. Is that right, Peter? Anyway, so back to the serious business. Here we are, look, beautiful city. Tram lines going on. It's 24 degrees. And we're off to the Hungaroring. Peace, Peter.
How was that?
So we're at the Hungaroring and a few people just tracking their cars. We've got the full lineup, the Gumball grid here, TDFs, 675 LT and all these 488X over here, plus loads of ladies have started arriving.
Too many. Sorry, there's too many on that side.
Peter and his ladies.
You're not in the middle,
too.
TDF. Boys are taking the roof off. Seb, have you figured out what the dancing girls are about? Oh, they're here for
yeah.
you, or?
Yeah. So I know all of them personally.
Right, okay.
And
Did you have them in the boot that you
I have a
noticed?
group chat of girls in every country. So I just went to my Budapest girl chat.
Amazing.
And I told them to come here.
That's awesome.
They're all coming, but they know exactly who you are. So just ask them for a little flash or anything.
I'm going to go down there now and check it out. Cheers, man.
Fun.
So, rapid change of events. Basically, Josh has said that we're going to have a free-for-all, and any cars that get written off, he's going to pay for. That's what I heard. That's what I heard as well. So we're actually on the grid now, well, on the pit lane rather. We've got a 458 Spider in front of us, C63 black. We've got BAC mono over there.
May the best man win, Sam.
Yeah, it's basically a pack grid.
Full car full of luggage.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Well, it's all over the rear axle, so you know, out the corners.
Hey guys, so we've arrived in Budapest and massive crowds, not the most enthusiastic. You know, it took a lot of revving up to get some noise out of them, but still incredible crowds, incredible weather and incredible city. You can just see we've got the RS6 parked up there, the car park's pretty full, and I think they're actually gridding up on the other side of this as well because there's just not the room. But yeah, we've got, look, 918 down there, the Ventador behind. 675 LT, 650S. at the border of Romania and Hungary.
Into Romania now.
Yep, and it's awesome, isn't it?
It's amazing.
I've never been across a border, like basically all the border control police and stuff are just giving us high fives and taking pictures of the car.
They recognised us from the videos.
Yeah, they're talking about how we wrap the car, but yeah, and also the most gumballers we've had together rolling, which is great. So the cars are pouring in. Yeah. My favourite, the SLS Black Series. Bad boy.
How was your ride up?
Yeah, really good. It's lovely. How nice are the roads? And this weather.
Can't beat that.
You can't, no.
I'm glad our roof was up though because we got a lot of stone chips and dust.
So, and bugs. Loads of bugs. Hey, how's it going? No. Bloody 458s. Yeah.
Alright, see you at the
See you guys soon. Yeah, take it easy.
Drive safe. Thank you.
So first K on a Romanian road, and we're all dreading it, but so far
it beats any English motor I've ever driven on.
Pretty much, but it is pretty busy with traffic, to be fair.
Yeah, totally. Literally everywhere.
Yeah, gridlock.
It's worse than the M1 at rush hour.
Yes. So much for the Romanian bad roads, but I'm sure they're to come. But what a crossing that was! What an amazing border crossing! Literally every gumballer seemed to turn up at the same time. Oh, we're getting splattered with bugs, aren't we? I don't know if you can see that on the windscreen. It's pretty cool. You can see the reflections of all the bugs on the dashboard. Anyway, Romania, here we come, boys. Pizza!
Pizza! Black Series as the fill up. Don't you have Shmee stickers?
Crazy, hey?
Hey Shmee! Welcome! My friend! Hello!
Welcome to Romania.
Thank you, you guys are awesome!
Make some noise! guys, so we're about 100 kilometers away from Bucharest, and we've had the most incredible day driving through Romania. It's just been unbelievable. The roads, the people, the scenery, the weather, the food, and obviously the bitters company that I've had in the car has been incredible. Yeah, so I just, before we got there, I just wanted to say thanks a lot to Tim for bringing me along, and obviously Jason and Ben for being part of the team. And
it has been awesome having you, Joe.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. You've been hilarious.
Yeah, well, was that sarcasm?
No, there's been a lot of sarcasm.
Yeah. But yeah, considering we've all spent what 6 or 7 long days in the car, we haven't killed each other yet, and yet we've still got another hour that we could do that. But no, but genuinely, it's been amazing, and it was a trip of a lifetime. It's something that I'll never forget. So yeah, it was brilliant. But I just wanted to ask you guys, like, what your standout points are. So I'll start with you, Jason.
My standout point was London.
Yep.
London was incredible. The amount of people that turned up and showed us love was huge.
Yeah.
And that, for me, I'll take away for the rest of my life, looking down Regent Street with my buddies in the car and thousands and thousands of people screaming our name.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep. No, I'd agree with that. And Tim?
So London was obviously up there, but to be in the spirit of being different, let's go with something else, and that's going to be when we crossed the border, or when we arrived at the border for Romania earlier today. And we got there kind of on our own, and then out of nowhere you've got sort of 20 Gumball cars. The police are sort of running around like crazy, pointing and taking photos and videos and just talking to everyone.
Yep.
And then we sort of break into Romania and off we go. It feels like Gumball. That's what this place is. This whole thing is about. Just the sort of being together somewhere completely alien, but everybody supports it and loves it.
Sure. Yeah, that's what it is. And I'll just, before we go on to Ben, we haven't actually finished yet, so, and apparently the finish is going to be ridiculous, which I can imagine it will be. Look, we're still 100 Ks out, and look at all the spectators, look.
Everywhere we go.
It's just everywhere. Unbelievable. I mean, you just, it puts hairs in, the hairs on my arms are going up, and then still 6-7 days later, it's just amazing, the support. Just incredible, and then obviously we have to entertain them every so often. And Ben, last but not least,
the number one for me again is London, but in the spirit of being different as well. I really enjoyed driving into Edinburgh. It was my first time driving into one of the grids, and first of all, launching the car up the hill with you guys screaming from the windows was just amazing fun. And then running back down the hill and whipping the crowd up into a frenzy was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just awesome. So the UK really delivered. And here come the boys.
Oh, here come a few from.
It's time to get back to Gumball, guys.
Who drove all the way here? Did you vote? Who's faster now?
Right guys, we made it to Bucharest. 6 days, 6 long days on the road. and we've made it. Today was by far and away the best day. London reception was incredible, but as a complete day, today was amazing. The crowd here in Bucharest is just unbelievable. We've got Maximilian just rocking up now in his Aston.
She Max Cooper. Yeah, please.
And we've got the boys in their 675 LT back here.
And tell us a couple of things away here, all right?
Welcome, lads.
Welcome to Romania. Have a very good evening to you.
And we've got a nice
Welcome. Please
918 Spider
about
here.
your drive over here, because I reckon that was amazing. Nu s-a spart nimic. Imediat zile pe și Thank you very much. Și echipa cu numărul 35, pusă în mișcare lângă mine un Porsche GTR 3 RS 2010, Sam Morris și John Marker.
Get it fixed.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
And number de kilometri la oră a fost viteza maximă cu care am mers pe teritoriul României. Ne-au zis aseară. Tare, nu?
So final night, and we have come to black tie dinner at the Parliament building, the House of Parliament, I guess that's what you call it. But this place, apparently it's the biggest building in the world. It has the biggest footprint of any building in the whole world. This is the view from the top step, and the building is behind me, but it is just massive. I mean, I can't get it in with anything, so it's amazing. So we're at a local car wash in Bucharest, and yeah, I'm not sure they've ever had an apt RS6 and an Aventador turn up before at the same time. Lovely day again, and my hangover is still pretty strong. I'm not driving today, by the way, just so you know. I don't, yeah, definitely over the limit. Whew. Right, so this time he's putting in sport. So there you go, guys. It's loaded and ready to head back to Germany. They have to use every spare inch to get the cars in. That is pretty close. Right, so Benjamin and I are walking back to our hotel.
Yep.
And
alongside the famous piece of Romanian
racetrack. Basically every night we walked up and down this road, well, about 10 times today in fact. and people use it as a racetrack. It's a lovely bit of road, and apparently it is actually used as a racetrack.
Yeah.
It goes around the Parliament building, which we had dinner in last night, and then that's another government building over there. So just a quick, well, I don't know if it's a wrap up because I don't know where this bit of footage is going to go. I never know where any of my footage is going to go. Unlike
in the recycle bin.
In the recycle bin, yeah. Unlike someone like Tim that literally records everything in order and thinks of absolutely everything. But I'm like the opposite. And especially today because we're both very hungover. Yeah. We had a very good night last night.
We did.
And yeah, Romania rocks. It really does. It's awesome. But yeah, so I just wanted to ask Ben, like, sort of what your favourite parts were of the trip. I know I've asked you that in the car as well, but like now after the party and everything else, like what are your three highlights of your first Gumball?
I mean,
our first Gumball.
It's so hard to pick. I think I'd be amiss without mentioning driving into London. Yep. Regent Street was absolutely insane, packed out. I think all of us really found it special getting to see our family and friends there.
Yep.
Pick them out in the crowd despite there being a couple of 100,000 people possibly.
Yep.
And we didn't see all the cars there, but from everything we've heard, our entrance was one of the loudest and one of the craziest. Everyone was going nuts, and it was just great to come back to our home city. The final stage here in Bucharest has been amazing. It's really great to visit a new city always, so that's been really fun for me. Like Joe said, the party last night was amazing.
And the dinner was just like...
And the dinner in the Parliament, oh my god, we had the best time.
And our dress up, thanks to Ben's idea with the tie.
Was so much fun, and everyone really appreciated it. We're a little bit nervous before, you know, going to what was supposed to be a black tie dinner, and we're there in bloody jumpsuits and dressing gown ties.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then a third top moment, probably the drive on the last day. We had some real good blasting on the motorway. Little bit of a drag race with the Top Jaw boys.
Oh, here we go. Here's an R8 V10 coming down, coming in hot. Racetrack. Oh, not as quick. He was obviously, that was his warm up lap.
Yeah, getting the tyres.
Getting the tyres warm. Yeah. Sorry, carry on, Ben.
Yeah, driving the last day, yeah, we had a little drag race with the Top Jaw boys, which you might have seen, where we then got obliterated by the monstrous Black Series SLS.
Yeah, the proper Gumballers, those two, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were like, the SLS Black was exactly what you picture Gumball to be. Those guys are just rock stars.
Yeah, they would win my award for sort of most rock and roll crew.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would probably be my top three, but it's so hard to pick a best. There was highlights on every single day.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get home. It's one of those things, and I think Tim sort of touched on this with us, that it's one of those, we pack so much stuff into so little time that we'll get home in a week or in a month we're going to be like, oh, do you remember that bit? Oh wow, do you remember that? Can you? And there's just so many moments like that across the rally. There was a couple of, Germany was pretty dull, to be fair, and you know, everything was just so strict, and the police were nicking people for literally getting out of bed. So they weren't they? And there was a lot of things on the group chat going around, sort of people getting nicked for wearing sunglasses, and I think some of it was a wind up, but yeah, so Germany was a low point, but otherwise I agree totally with Ben about all the high points, and yeah, and we can finally, it's about midnight now.
Yeah, time for a rest.
Time for a rest, and turn this camera off. But thanks as always, guys, and thanks Ben for being an amazing teammate and awesome driver. Scared me a couple of times, some of his overtakes, but you know, that's a bit younger than me, so you know. But anyway, take it easy, guys. Cheers, bye.